Life has always been an uphill battle. Seems like we're going down from here. Everybody's lining up like cattle, cause they're all being filled with fear. If you speak up against it, oh, they might make you disappear. You gotta be the voice for your kids. Remember going out at night and always feeling safe. Now they're burning every statue on our history and faith. Oh, who is gonna stand up? Who is willing to be brave and say this ain't the America I know? We were rolling down the window and the wind was blowing strong. We were driving by the ocean singing the same old country song. Oh, I won't forget the memories of all the good old days. Whoa, this ain't the America I know.
Yeah, we still shedding tears. I don't know how we got here, but Lady Liberty can't make it. 4 more years. Don't know how soon I gotta come, but I hope he's near. But it's the future of our children that we fear. What was they selling on Wayfair? What happened to Pizzagate? Epstein's Island, was it more than just real estate? Biden for real, you can't even say the name. Lake and Riley, know your death will not be in vain. They gotta flood the border just to win the election. We went from meds and needles to natural selection. In 2024, they better not let Trump cheat. Demand paper ballots and voter ID.
Remember going out at night and always feeling safe. Now they're burning every statue on our history and faith. Oh, who is gonna stand up? Who is willing to be brave and say this ain't the America I know? We were rolling down the window and the wind was blowing strong. We were driving by the ocean singing the same old country song. Oh, I won't forget the memories of all the good old days. Whoa, this ain't the America I know. The world is on fire. God, come take us higher. I know he chose me so I can lead the way. The devil will deceive, so you must keep your faith. And I work for what migrants get for free. Oh, I know life ain't fair, but I'm still praying for you and me. The world is on fire. God, come take us higher. I'm still praying for you and me.
Good evening, everyone. I want to give credit before we say hello to Trump Latinos for that song. You can follow them at Trump Latinos 24 on X, and also they're on YouTube. Waiting for it to load. Trump Latinos on YouTube. There's a way to support them and their music. What a great song to start us off this week, don't you think?
Absolutely. That's the first time I've heard that one. I'm glad you
Yeah. Say Her Name for Lake and Riley tribute for her. So, yeah, welcome to Questions Worth Pondering. How are you tonight, Moxie?
I am hanging in there. How
are you hanging in there? I am too. I actually had a migraine earlier, and I was wondering if I'd be able to do this show. But yeah, I'm good now. I'm good. Hey, Herbie, we see Herbie, and we see Magnolia in chat. How are you guys tonight? I hope you're doing good. We've got Pocket Friend. I love that I can show you guys on the screen now. Good evening, Mike.
So cool.
Deplorable Mike. There is so much going on today that my segment that I want to have for the kids, I think I'll again do another show. I might actually just make that a separate show. I don't know. There's just so much going on. We were going to just cover social media trends but today
There's so
blew
much going
up.
on.
Didn't today just blow up?
It's been insane.
This whole week? Well, this whole week, it's only Tuesday.
Right? It feels like so much longer into the week, though.
Oh my gosh. Is Red with
I
us?
cannot
Who said
believe
hi
it's
to
only
Red?
Tuesday.
Is Red with us? Oh, is that
My
Pocket
friend-
Friend? Oh, okay. Sorry. I interrupted you. What were you saying?
This whole week has been super long, and it's only Tuesday. Like yesterday, I thought it was Tuesday already. I punched in for Wednesday.
Did you?
That's how long my week has been.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, we're going to talk about our thoughts on all the happenings. There's so many things happening. What stands out to you from our recent events, Moxie?
The thing I can't look anywhere without seeing today is the bridge.
Yeah. Should we just cover that topic first, maybe?
I think so.
I think so too. Okay. So, yeah, I posted early this morning. As soon as I woke up, that was the first thing I saw too. I find it interesting, all the different theories going on out there. What have you heard so far?
So I saw that Biden and the FBI came out and said that there was no foul play or something along that lines.
No terrorism, right?
Oh, no terrorism. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I can't remember the last time I actually believed anything either of them said. So we're just gonna go with the trend and not believe them.
Yeah, that's true. And I know there's a few people that have been posting some interesting information. I wonder if I should yeah, the Baltimore, Maryland was trending all day on Twitter, but I want to find a specific. I don't think I saved any bridge stuff, so I might just have to type it in. Oh, I did. So, well, first of all, there was MJ Truth. MJ Truth has been posting a bunch of stuff about the bridge. And one thing that stood out to me was kind of the route that they took from when they entered into the river. And here's the interesting thing. Okay. So the shipping container comes out of here. It goes north, west, and then it curves around and heads southeast. And then right before the bridge, it turned south. It turned. Just so happens to turn right where this structure is that's holding the bridge. It's like a anchor structure or whatever. It's
one of the main supports.
Have a load bearing wall. It's like knocking out your load bearing wall. So I definitely found that super interesting.
It is very interesting, and they lost power a couple of times. You can see that in the video.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna pull that video up. So I posted this morning, and Lara Logan posted a full 7-minute video, which I'm not going to show. Definitely not going to show, but I'm going to pull up the video file that I created this morning because I want to sort of pause it in a couple of spots. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to pause it now. So this is showing the boat just approaching right kind of in the center left. Mm-hmm. And you see the lights on, then you'll see the lights go out. And interestingly, smoke billows out from the the shipping container before it hits the bridge, and I did post about that too. But
yeah, that's interesting.
yeah. So it hits the bridge, and here's the thing is, number one, I'm just going to rewind this a little bit. Up on the bridge, if you look right in the center and then over to the right a little bit, you'll see some orange lights. Those are workers with their parked cars, and their lights are like going. I don't know if they were bridge workers or what
They
kind of
were
work.
pothole fillers.
Pothole fillers. Okay. I was wondering why their lights were flashing when I was watching the other video, which actually maybe I'll download that while we're talking about this. But but one of the things, actually, I think I will download that video because it's the time lapse one. The time lapse video shows a little bit more. But I'm going to continue with this slow motion one. When it hits the bridge, you see a flash of fire, and if you look over to the right, the part of the bridge that is holding the bridge up that's going down to the water, when that comes down, that shows some fire as well. And I think you can see it better in the time lapse, but I'm going to see if we can see it good on this one. Otherwise, I'm just going to pull up the time lapse one. So see the fire there that starts. Now look over to the right. You'll see a similar thing when that goes down. It's in very slow motion. So see, now what would cause the fire? Would friction from everything falling cause fire?
I'm wondering though, there's a lot of electricity that runs the bridge too.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it is.
And it could be sparks that we're seeing, but because of the distance, it looks like it's flames.
Yeah, it could be. But I'm just pulling up the other video file. I'm curious what everybody in chat thinks too. So this is the time lapse one, and this shows where the lights go out and then they go back on. So there, the lights just went out on the ship over on the left. So I'm going to rewind it just a little bit. You see the lights are on, and then you'll see them go out. There, they went out. Now the lights are going to come back on, and you'll see that smoke. So smoke is starting to billow out of the back of the ship. And then the lights go out again before it hits. There, they went out and back on again. And then when it hits, the lights go out again for a third time. Yeah.
So it's interesting. This happened at 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time.
Yep. 1:30, 1:29, 29.
Yep. Did you notice that traffic stopped across the bridge shortly before it was hit?
So I did notice that. I was watching the cars going across, and I don't know if it was the mayor or the governor or somebody said that they did a Mayday call and they actually stopped traffic in the nick of time before it fell.
Yeah, so the only lives that were lost on the bridge were actually from construction workers.
Okay.
Luckily. Yeah. I mean, not luckily that it was just construction workers, but I mean, it could have been so much worse.
Right.
Especially during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they had not stopped traffic, it could have been so much worse.
Yeah. Let me just see what folks are saying. Pocket Friend said that MJ lives in Maryland. Interesting. And the whole thing smells fishy. It sure does. Herbie said, I was wondering the same thing, Nevs. I picked up on that. Yeah. It's interesting. So I'm going to go back to our bookmarks because A lot of people are calling her crazy, but Laura,
Yeah, it's me.
what's that?
I'm crazy. It's okay.
No, not you. But Lara Logan posted an interesting post on X. She said that there were multiple intelligence sources that talked to her and said that the collapse was absolutely brilliant strategic attack on U.S. infrastructure. Most likely cyber. I don't know how it could be cyber unless they could somehow hack the boat or something. So in information warfare terms, they divided the U.S. along the Mason-Dixon line, exactly like the Civil War. So she was also on Steve Bannon, and I don't know if I don't think I downloaded her video. I didn't have time. But she goes on to talk about how important this port is. This port takes in a lot of fuel and like hazardous materials. And they're saying that, the port is shut down. It's going to be shut down until a new bridge can be built, which I don't understand why the whole port would have to be shut down. But, and that it could take 5 years for the bridge to be rebuilt. And how convenient would that be? It would be rebuilt after Trump's term because they know he's going to win the presidency. But the big thing about this is they're talking about the impacts to the supply chain and everything related to our economy.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. And can we talk about the symbolism of the name of that bridge?
Sure. Why don't you go for it?
So that is the Francis Scott Key Bridge.
Yep.
And for those of you who don't know, Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner, which happens to be our national anthem.
So I was going to bring that up because Red posted that in chat earlier. Yep. And
it's almost like they're trying to take down our republic.
Yes, exactly. That is huge symbolism.
Sorry.
And
the dog.
This is definitely a very curious coincidence with the fact that Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner. Pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Pretty interesting. So,
and I mean, we've been worried about the supply lines since the inauguration.
Well,
we've been watching it for a long time. Like, I remember when we were having the all of those shipping or all the ships along the California coastline that were coming into port. And
yep. And the Panama Canal thing happened almost exactly 3 years ago with the Evergreen.
Mm-hmm.
So what date was that? Let's look that up. Should I look that up?
It's almost 3 years now.
Yeah. I'm going to look that up. When did that happen, you guys? March 2021.
That's insane.
March what, though?
29th?
Oh, 29th. So we're just a few days off from that. It's almost exactly 3 years. How coincidental is that? So, yep.
That's
Can
not
you believe
fishy at all?
Huh?
That's not fishy at all.
That's not fishy at all. Well, and the thing of it is, like, so here's a little thing that Western Lensman he posted this video about how Pete Buttigieg, Pete Booty, can we just call him Pete Booty? My new nickname for him. He went to Detroit in 2022 to personally award a federal grant that would fund the demolition of a racist freeways. So the priorities for infrastructure with this administration are a little bit to be desired. They're leaving a little bit to be desired. So yeah, let's listen to Pete for 2 seconds.
But we have seen examples in many communities, including here, where an infrastructure decision serves to divide. And we raise this issue not to wallow in it, but to challenge ourselves to do something about it.
So that's where the priorities have lied. And so somebody posted a meme related to Pete Buttigieg. And I think it was Grand Old Memes. I gotta look because I think the name's on there. But a bridge meme called DEI Titanic.
Titanic.
Grand Old Memes. By the way, we have to do Meme Wars again. So yeah, Red and Magnolia, you guys are on. Neither one of you guys have done Meme Wars with us. Are you interested? Let us know. All right, so then we've got I think I have another thing related to this. Oh, maybe I don't. So,
do you remember in 2022 when just before Biden gave an infrastructure speech in Pittsburgh, a bridge went down?
Oh, that's right. What bridge was that?
The bridge on Forbes Avenue. That was January 28th.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
So that's what I think of too when I hear of a bridge going down. It's like, who was talking about infrastructure?
Yeah. That's a really good question. So I will say I need to find General Flynn because here it is. He talked about Black Swan, that this is a Black Swan event. I'm making the wrong screen big. Here we go. All right. So General Flynn posted, he said, this is a Black Swan event, that Black Swans normally come out of the world of finance and not military. The standard operating procedure for all U.S. ports, harbors, and bays that transit commerce and military activities are supposed to maintain an incredible level of discipline, rigor, and awareness for these very type events not to occur ever. So this was what I noticed earlier, and I posted about this, but there are harbor masters for every single one of these transit points. So that's interesting. There's harbor masters.
The things that we learn.
Yeah.
Now that, it's not super common knowledge that's been being brought to our attention.
Yeah. I do know if I look up the Black Swan, because Michael Flynn was, that was trending on Twitter, and Flynn was posting about that. But I noticed that there was a new, I don't know where. Oh, there's X22 is talking about this as well. Here it is. So I guess Flynn was talking about it on Mary Grace. So she's on Rumble, but it looks like she went live on Twitter as well. But this is 12 minutes long, so I'm not going to play it. But I definitely want to watch this. If you guys want to watch it, MJ Truth is all over this stuff all day long. Yeah, join us for Meme Wars, Magnolia. Would you want to? I'm not going to pressure you, but I love that she loves our Meme Wars, but
Nevs won't pressure you, but I might.
What's that?
Nevs won't pressure you, but I might.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's Moxie's job to do the pressuring. All right. Yeah, that was the big story of the day. Another thing happening, which I I posted about earlier is Assange was going to get a ruling today as to whether he's going to be extradited or not.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, but they delayed his extradition again. The courts in the UK, it wasn't like necessarily a win for him, but actually, I'll pull the screen back up and bring up Stella. Let me look her up. She posted about it today. So one of the things that I found interesting, well, I'll wait. Let me just talk about what happened with his case. I don't know if they're going to post a succinct detail, but basically, he's not being extradited just yet. They want the U.S. government to provide assurances that he will be protected by First Amendment rights when and if he comes. So there's more to come on that, I guess. She also said that the U.S. government tried to kill her husband when Donald Trump was president. That was Pompeo. Do you remember there were accusations. So I'm not saying that this is a fact, so don't anybody get on me, but that Pompeo had wanted to order a assassination for Assange. So more to come on Assange. I don't know how much time they gave. I was working, so I didn't have time to dig into it much, but there was a nice little post here. It's just a reminder. Can't we just drone this guy from Hillary? Can't we just drone this guy?
She's been trending today too.
What's that?
Hillary's been trending today too.
She has, and there are many things about Hillary trending, but one funny thing that's actually making her trend is a video meme. Should we watch the video meme?
Sure.
Okay. Have you guys ever heard of the TV show called Murder, She Wrote?
Yes.
Okay.
Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury. It's definitely a take on that. So I am going to. Okay. Let me pause this. I got to do big screen on this one. I hope could you hear last time, Moxie? Did I have the sound on?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's play this.
He came, we saw, he died.
I promise you, I did not suicide myself.
Dilly Meme Team, they got some talented folks that are contributing to memes. But anyway, so yeah, I noticed that too.
That was really good.
Wasn't that good? Yeah, but also I think one of the things that was reported was that last week, a week ago, I think, that one of her executives at the airport in Arkansas was shot because federal agents went and served a search warrant. And so that was going on. But let's see what else. So what else is standing out to you in the news? I've got a million different things. So
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think now. I'm drawing a blank now.
Well, what was trending earlier? And actually, I want to go back to Stella because oh man, I was hopping all over the place. There she is. So I want to show what she posted this morning. If I can find it, because she looks like she posted a lot today. She's making me scroll. I really didn't want to scroll. I should have just taken a snapshot picture. Here we go. All right. She posted this earlier today. She posted this at 4:00 a.m. my time. I'm on the way to the Royal Courts of Justice. If Julian loses this round, it will be the end of the road. So he's wearing this shirt called Truth. And what else happened today? Truth Social went public. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Truth Social went public. And it's just a coincidence that she posted a picture of Julian Assange wearing a shirt saying truth.
Coincidence.
What a coincidence. So it took off like wildfire. I don't know what it ended up at the end of the day, but they were reporting that Trump made his net worth went up by $3 or $4 billion after this stock went public. So again, if you recall back in October, November timeframe, the DWAC stock went way down to $15 and then it started climbing back up again. Yeah, I wonder how many shares that Trump has. So I found that to be super interesting. Stonewall Jackson posted just days after Joe Biden nicknamed Trump broke dawn. So this is related to the news where Trump had to try to come up with the 400 and some odd million dollars for his lawsuit. So they were making fun of him on Twitter. They were calling him broke dawn. Trump is broke. So Joe Biden nicknamed Trump broke dawn and leftists pushed the hashtag Trump is broke. Then Trump makes $3.4 billion, doubling his net worth. So
can we talk about, being rich for a second?
Sure.
Rich people don't walk around with a suitcase full of money.
Who's walking around with a suitcase full of money?
Exactly.
Well,
so they're expecting him to have to hand over all of that money. Do you know how hard it is to get that kind of money in cash to be able to hand over?
Oh, yes. A lot of people who have net worth in the millions or billions, it's not in cash usually.
No.
It's not liquid.
Nope. It's in investments and tied up in other things that keep making money.
Exactly.
Rather than just sitting and collecting dust.
Yeah, and for Trump, a lot of that is real estate. Most of his net worth. So you have to
move that stuff around to be able to pay something like that, like $4 million. You can't just hand over a suitcase.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, most of his net worth is based off of his real estate holdings. So, let's see.
Sammy decided to grace us with her presence.
I see that. Hey, rocker lady. Nice to see you. And she said, hey, everyone. Late as usual. No problem. We love that you're here. Yeah, so I just thought that was an awesome boomerang that Stonewall Jackson posted, because who doesn't love a good boomerang?
Right?
I know I love a good boomerang. Other news that that you guys, I'm not sure if you heard today or not. Oh, I didn't realize I had a video. I do want to show one more video related to the bridge. So Biden commented on the bridge. And you know, the Biden blunders are just unbelievable. So wait till you hear what he says in his statement. It's 10 seconds.
At about 1:30, container ship struck the Francis Scott Key Bridge, which I've been over many, many times commuting from the state of Delaware, either on a train or by car.
From the
Okay.
state of Delaware.
Well, he says he's been over the bridge many, many times going from the state of Delaware by train. Okay, that bridge has no train tracks on it. Why does he lie? Why does he do that? Like, he does that with everything.
Because he thinks it makes him sound cool.
No, he's trying to connect.
Expect anyone to call him on his bullshit.
Yeah, he's trying to connect to people, but
Going about it the whole wrong way.
completely the wrong way. Completely. So I just wanted to show that quick before I moved on to the next thing. One of the things that came out late today is RFK announced his VP pick. And I forget her name, so I'm trying to look it up. Oh, here we go. Her name is Nicole Shanahan. She's in her mid-30s or late 30s. And apparently very woke. I haven't looked into her very much.
Very
woke. Very much into the climate agenda, apparently, and that kind of thing. So I know RFK Jr. has been saying some incredible stuff and bringing a lot of truth related to COVID and the government. But we have to remember that even though he left the Democrat Party to run as an independent, like she says she's doing today, he actually has been quite a leftist for a while, especially when it comes to the climate change stuff. And so I have a little throwback video from 2014 as a little reminder to not vote for him.
Do I think they should be in jail? I think they should be enjoying 3 hots and a cot at The Hague with all the other war criminals who are there.
What about politicians, people who express skepticism?
I think they're selling out the public trust. And, you know, I think those guys who are doing the Koch brothers bidding and who are against all the evidence of the rational mind are saying that global warming doesn't exist, that they are contemptible human beings, and that, you know, I wish that there were a law you could punish them under. I don't think there's a law that you can punish those politicians under, but I think the Koch brothers should be prosecuted for reckless endangerment? Absolutely. That's a criminal offense, and they ought to be serving time for it.
All right, well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Reckless endangerment, they should be serving time in jail because they don't believe in climate change.
Yeah.
So we just have to remember, yes, let's take advantage of any red pilling we can do based off of the COVID debate and all of that. But, you know, we got to remember there's more to somebody than just their opinion on COVID and censorship. So, all right.
He's also into gun control.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's where, okay, I almost pulled up the DOJ thing on gun control. I may as well do that since you're bringing that up. I think that's a good. No, it's good. It's perfect. So, yeah, let's bring this back up. So also what happened this week is the launch of the National Extreme Risk Protection Order Resource Center. Could they not pick a longer name?
Does it make like a cool acronym or something? No, it doesn't.
Let's see. NERP pork.
Nerpork.
Near pork. Anyway,
normally when they have something like this long, it has like a cool acronym. Like they didn't even try this time.
So they want to keep the firearms out of the hands of individuals who pose a threat to themselves or other, not who actually are but potentially could. So they had this press release that went out. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, obviously, but they want to provide tools to all kinds of organizations. So we've got assistance for law enforcement officials, prosecutors, attorneys, judges. What do judges need? Clinicians, victim service and social service providers, community organizations. Who was a community organizer that we know? And behavioral health professionals responsible for implementing laws designed to keep guns out of the hands of people who pose a threat. So yeah, this is definitely, I think, something they're going after the Second Amendment on.
It's going to be just for the mentally ill at first, and then it's going to be gently broadened to include anybody who could be, guilty of thought crimes.
Thought crimes, exactly. Another thing that people might not have heard about is Kari Lake was being sued for defamation. And there's these big headlines. So really the MSM is going nuts on this. That she wants to forfeit her ability to defend herself in a defamation lawsuit. You know what's funny about MSM? They always say this. Here's why. Here's why. Here's why this isn't a problem. Here's why this is a problem. Here's why. Anyway, so then they go on to say that she is, the thing of it is she doesn't want to go through this lawsuit. And so they're using the court systems to attack Trump. They're suing Kari Lake, all of that kind of stuff. But basically, what she did is she said, you know what? I'm not going to go through this whole fight with you guys. What do you want to settle? Because I want it over with. We're in an election year. I want to run my election, blah, blah, blah. So what they're saying is she's admitting to defaming this guy, and that it's unheard of for anyone to just walk away from a lawsuit and just want to settle right away. So I'm like, this is really curious. Why would she do this? They're saying she doesn't want to go through the discovery phase where evidence would be brought forth. So I went and looked, and she does have a response, a statement on her Twitter account. So I thought I'd just play some of that quick. It's long, so I don't think I'll play the whole thing, but you'll get the gist after a minute or so.
Hey, Arizona. When I first stepped into the political arena as a concerned mom and citizen politician, I could have never imagined how corrupt politics would be. Well, let me tell you, it is rotten to the core. The political elite will do anything to hold on to power and stop outsiders like me who they can't control. Washington, D.C. operates on blackmail and bribes. Since they can't blackmail or bribe me, they've resorted to filing a punishing lawsuit to try to stop me and bleed me dry. It's called lawfare, weaponizing the legal system to punish, impoverish, and destroy political opponents. We've all seen how they're doing it to President Trump. And here in Arizona, they're doing the exact same thing to me. They know that they can't beat either of us fair and square, so they hit us with lawsuits to keep us tied up and off the campaign trail. Because I've had the courage to speak out about our need for honest elections that all voters can have faith in, where every legal vote counts, because I've told you the truth about how our elections are being run, elected government officials are punishing me with a frivolous lawsuit, and they're threatening to take everything I own. What they don't realize is, even if they leave me, my husband...
And that's enough. You guys can see the whole video on her Twitter. But basically, she said they're trying to bleed her dry. I know lawsuits are expensive. She probably can't afford it. I don't know. I can't even imagine.
The process is the punishment.
Exactly. So she's being sued, and she just wants to settle because,
She wants to be done.
She wants to be done. So that's Carrie Lake in a nutshell. Basically, forfeiting. She's asking for a default judgment, which just means a jury can just award damages.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of sad. It's sad that our country is like that, but that's what's happening. All right. So some good news is the Don Lemon show is in a tailspin after being dumped by Elon Musk. Nobody's watching. I don't know if this is behind a paywall or not. No, it's not. So nobody's apparently watching Don Lemon.
Nobody watched him before either.
I know. So here's the thing. He demanded millions of dollars, a flight on SpaceX, and a cyber truck. And so that's why Musk fired him. And it was right after his interview. So he probably got his biggest audience through his Elon Musk interview. But yeah, nobody's watching anymore. So, poor Don, he doesn't realize people watched the first interview because of Elon, not him. Watching the Elon interview reminded everyone how much they disliked Don.
Did you hear what he said about why Elon was the way he was during the interview?
No, what did he
said
say?
That it was because he's a gay black man and Elon doesn't know how to talk to someone like that.
Of course. Yes, of course.
Because, an actual African-American, Elon Musk, doesn't know how to deal with people of color.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this is some good news going on. I thought this was pretty funny. The other thing going on is a little feud between Matt Gaetz and Kevin McCarthy. So Kevin McCarthy pretty much said that Gaetz had asked him to do something illegal. Let's watch this real quick.
You've twice now mentioned Matt Gaetz, so I want to just ask you if you have evidence to back up your allegation.
Well, I think the ethics committee, it was purely Matt coming to me, trying me to do something illegal to stop the ethics committee from moving forward in an investigation that was started long before I became speaker.
Something
I would
illegal?
not do that. I don't know what the facts are there. It's a personal issue of what he'd done as a member of Congress. I simply would say the ethics committee has the right to look at whatever they're going forward, and I'm not going to get in the middle of it one way or another.
Okay.
Okay, so he didn't go into details, but basically what he meant is that he's accusing Matt Gaetz of going to him and asking him to get rid of the ethics committee investigation on Matt Gaetz. That investigation started when Pelosi was Speaker, and it went on hold when the DOJ did an investigation, and they didn't do any charges against Matt Gaetz. They didn't find anything, apparently. I don't know. And then apparently last year, the investigation started back up in Congress because the DOJ closed their case. And what Kevin is accusing Matt Gaetz of is asking him to make it go away. So Matt Gaetz, he also responded, that's the wrong thing. Did I not? I guess I didn't save it, but yes, I did. So Gaetz says, if Kevin stops lying about me, I'll stop telling the truth about him. So I don't know. I feel like the truth is somewhere in the middle, because there was a committee looking at Gaetz, and what one of these articles says is basically that that Kevin McCarthy had some kind of text messages proving that Matt was asking him to get rid of this investigation, and he's accusing Matt Gaetz of ousting him because of it. And there are people in Congress saying, the Speaker has no power over the Ethics Committee at all, at all. They're a completely separate thing from all other committees, apparently. So I don't know what's going on there. Matt, basically, the accusations on Matt is that he, with someone else, I don't remember who it was, looked up online how to hire a prostitute for money to pay for, and apparently other allegations against him of a sexual nature. And I don't know if any of it has to do with, remember when they were accusing him of underage girls or something like that?
Yeah, having a relationship and with an underage girl and stuff like that. And remember how nobody came forward to accuse him?
Yeah.
So they just dropped it.
Yeah.
It sounds like Kevin McCarthy needs to show his evidence. He needs to put up or shut up.
Yeah.
Because this is all just high school at this point.
It's true, but I think it's out of Kevin McCarthy's hands. I think it's in the Ethics Committee's hands. So I don't know what's going on, what will happen. I have no idea. If there is something there, I think we need to know about it. Mm-hmm. And if there's nothing there, they just need to get it done and close it out, because it's ridiculous. Going back about Carrie, people are loving her makeup, apparently. I do have to say, I wish I had her makeup artist too, because I don't have any makeup artist, and I don't like all my makeup. By the time we do our show, it's all worn off because I worked all day. So I should probably spend more time getting ready for the show. Let's see I'm just looking. So we have a comment that Kevin is a snake. And sounds like a hit job to me. It could be. But yeah, I don't know what's going on there, so I'm not going to pretend to have an opinion on it just yet.
I want to see evidence, or I want them both to just stop.
Yeah, let's have it stop. All right. Let's see what else is good. Did you have anything else? Because I'm still going.
No, it just reminds me of the whole who was it that kept saying that he had evidence of Russian collusion and then just never produced it? Oh wait, pencil neck. What's his name?
Oh, Schiff. He's
Shifty Schiff.
Shifty Schiff. He's my number one.
He had all that evidence that he kept telling us about. He never produced it.
Yeah. Nope.
Like McCarthy's starting to sound like Schiff. Like if you have the evidence, like show it to us.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point, actually. Oh my goodness. So this one is I really want to know what they're doing. I want to know what they're doing. I have to show a bunch of headlines. So Biden is building a superstructure to stop Trump from stealing the election. Okay, so when Trump said the election was rigged and stolen, he was a conspiracy theorist. You and I are conspiracy theorists for asking about that. And now apparently MSM and the Democrats are conspiracy theorists because there hasn't even been an election yet, and they're accusing Trump of stealing it. Now, although that is funny and it shows all their panic, I don't think they're only going to try to use the same playbook that they've used in the past. I feel like they're going to do some new shenanigans this year. And do you have any guesses as to what you think they might do?
So I've been following this Ken Buck thing with Ken Buck stepping down when he did, which kind of screws over Lauren Boebert because there's going to be a special election that she can't be in because she's already running for the seat in November. So she'd have to give up her seat in Congress to go for the special election, which would leave us without another seat.
Right.
So, and then Ken Buck on his way out said, I know of 3 other people who are looking to leave.
Oh, really?
And Mike Gallagher just decided he's leaving, but he's not leaving until after April 9th, which by law leaves that's a rep in Wisconsin here by me.
That's what I was going to ask. Where is Mike Gallagher?
I don't think he's my rep. But that will leave our seat open until November, which takes us down another vote in the House. So, we are getting completely screwed in this whole situation. But do you know that if, they're worried about Kennedy doing well. Because if Kennedy is doing well, if he takes even 10% of the votes, if he takes one of the swing states, he could royally screw people out of Trump and Biden out of getting, or whoever the other Democratic nominee tends to be. If nobody gets to 270 votes, do you know what happens then?
I don't know what happens.
It goes to the House.
No, seriously?
It goes to the House, and each state gets one vote, and each state gets to decide how they choose that one vote. But you have to get 26 votes in order to elect the president. Because, one state, one vote. And one more than half is 26. So, I think that's why they're doing this, so that if in the event that nobody gets to the 270 votes in order to take the election, then we're really screwed in the House.
So this is an interesting thing that you bring up, Moxie. Is Mike okay? So he's a Republican. Ken Buck was he a Republican?
He's a Republican out in Colorado.
Are there other Republicans that are retiring early?
Not that have announced yet, but there's Ken Buck said there were 3, and then I heard another somewhere else today that there's a total of 5. So
really,
yeah.
Is this what? So this
and we have this. itty bitty little bit of a majority in the House, and that's slowly going away.
Okay, this is super interesting because this wouldn't even be the Democrats. This would be the rhinos. This would be the establishment. I think you're onto something. We should look into this. Here are members of Congress giving up their seats. Oh. 3 Republican committee chairs. Oh, that's different. Okay. I want to do more research on this to find. Did you say 5?
Yeah, I saw somewhere today that there's possibly 5 that are going to vacate their chairs before November.
Really?
And I know that Ken Buck specifically did his to screw over Lauren Boebert.
Well, that was from 2019. Okay, yeah, I knew that. I knew that Ken Buck was to mess with Lauren, but I think you're onto something here, Moxie. Wow. So Rocker Lady says, Q said to watch all the resignations. Is this the reason why we should be watching the resignations? I think this is a fantastic thought you're putting out here. Definitely we need to watch that. Definitely we need to watch for that. They're also, I think they're going to do any other things you think they're going to do to try to keep Trump from taking office?
Well, I mean, how many more indictments can we have?
Well, I know they're doing the indictments. That's true. Superstructure, but what does that mean? Superstructure.
I don't know. We can't even trust him with infrastructure.
We can't trust him with anything that's structure.
We can't trust him with anything. Especially
yes, the rhino plants. You're right. You're right, Pocket Friend, the rhino plant. Well, here's one thing I wanted to point out. Okay, so this was the Rolling Stone article. I think I posted this the other day. But then I started looking, and there's a little trend going on. Here's from Bloomberg. Biden is right to campaign on saving democracy from Trump. 5 key takeaways from our investigation into Trump's push to steal 2024. This is also from Rolling Stone. They have several articles on this. They're very similar to Newsweek, where they put out articles that are similar within short time frames. How Biden plans to stop Trump from stealing 2024. This is Real Clear Politics. And that was from March. This is from January 2022. Vox. How to stop Trump from stealing the election. So they've been saying this the whole time. Inside Trump's plot to corrupt the 2024 election. This was last December. Welcome to 2024, the year we stopped Trump's rolling insurrection. And this was from January. So if you look, MSM, and this is all like I could find in a very short time. Like if I dug, I could probably find 1 million more. And maybe should I do a collage on this and put it out there for, that's what I think I'll do, because then it's shareable. Try to share with all the normies,
Also, another thought.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what happens if we lose the majority in the House?
Yes.
Guess who becomes Speaker?
Yes. So Hakeem would become Speaker, but not only that, they oversee the certification of the presidential election. So, shenanigans all around. I do think that's one of the things they're going to try for sure. That's been put out there for a little while. And we definitely, oh my gosh, we have to have people vote to keep the majority at a minimum. Even if you don't like the person, don't not vote, because we need the majority and we need to keep it big. We need a bigger majority than we have today. It's very slim. And very slim means shenanigans could work, and we don't want that happening. So,
And
Well,
we need to stop removing people who have been accused of crimes. That one that they just kicked out of Congress that, vacated a seat for us.
oh, yes.
We need to stop doing that, or we need to start kicking out Democrats on the other side. Like, we need to use their own tactics against them.
We just eat ourselves. Republicans eat themselves. It's ridiculous. All right, let's move on to the next thing. One thing that Chief Nerd posted today, cattle tracking provision that may limit the beef supply was passed in the omnibus bill. I can't even talk. I'm acting like Biden. Okay. But it's $15 million for the electronic tracking of livestock. And I just reposted Chief Nerd saying that all the Congress people are blindly voting on these bills, that you should be ashamed of yourselves. The bad actors' evil agenda is slowly progressing forward due to all of you, all of them. Every single thing passed should be in its own separate individual bill. Enough of this gigantic omnibus bills. So the thing of it, here's the problem, is this could put some small farmers out of business. A lot of people think that this is leading to tracking of all cattle so that they can first track to see who owns cattle, who doesn't, how much do they own, start taxing them for it, start having it linked then to climate, similar to what they're doing to the farmers in, remember the Dutch farmers and the farmers in Europe. Where was that recently? In Germany? Was that in Germany?
France.
In France. Yep. Trying to squeeze them out. And the first step to that, they believe, is this tracking, electronic tracking of livestock. Why do they need to do that? It's not necessary.
I mean, look at the subtitle there. The left wants to ban cattle, and before you can ban anything, you need a registry. You need to know where it's at and who owns it.
Exactly.
So then once you have the list, then you know where to go to get it when you take it away.
Exactly. So
like
this was
with the guns.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So this came out yesterday and I didn't catch it. I have to tell you guys, Epic Times, man, they have some good stuff. I pay I don't know, $3 a month, or is it $10 a month?
I pay $5.
I do. I pay them because they are so worth it. They have everything, even health information, all of that. Yes, Rocker Lady, the Netherlands. Rocker Lady says, cow, whoops, cow farts matter. But Pocket Friend says, eat the bugs.
Reminds me of the first episode I was on for the show.
Oh yeah.
The cow
was that the one was that your first show?
That was.
Oh, that's so funny. You must eat the bugs. So yeah, these bills, these omnibus bills really drive me nuts. They're huge. They contain a lot of crazy things. And if somebody wants to be progressive and slowly progress to getting their agenda in, this is how they do it. And it works.
Getting little pieces approved through bigger things. And yeah.
Exactly. Makes me so mad. I know we're way over our time, but that's okay. Sorry, guys. Let's see what else. I have one more huge, probably the biggest news of the week. What do you think that is?
Did Biden fall down again?
No. Oh my goodness. All right. Let me remove this. Let me see if I can find a good Oh my goodness.
Did a
Actually,
pig fly?
well, I have to say, yeah.
Flu?
No. Oh my gosh. You know how MSM says, like, here's why. They also use the same term, what we know. P. Diddy, biggest news story of the week, besides the shipping container.
Biggest distraction.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't think this is a distraction. I think it's really important.
I think it is, but I think the timing is interesting.
Well, the timing is always interesting. When would timing not be interesting, to be
That's
honest?
true.
I mean, I don't know. So I just find it super interesting that, you know, his homes were raided in Miami and California too. Was it in California?
Oh,
think.
I'm not sure.
I know for sure Miami. He had a business partner that I guess sold him drugs, that was also arrested in Miami, and his children were seen in handcuffs. I don't know. I find that pretty interesting. So I don't know if you guys remember, not that long ago, Cat Williams, he was talking about P. Diddy. I'm not going to show this particular clip because it's a little bit long, but it was interesting that we kind of have that flashback, and it wasn't really that long ago. Where is my P. Diddy stuff? Pepe Lives Matter. I mean, that guy is all over the P. Diddy stuff. So definitely go to his Telegram or his Twitter, but he did a Substack as well. So just as a summary, which thank you, Pepe Lives Matter, for having all this great information. What a dig. But Diddy was running, allegedly, a honeypot blackmail operation, just like Epstein. And this is why it's so critical. And this is going to tie into when I do the targeting the innocent, which I'm going to have to do in a separate show. But I'm going to be talking about social media and how that ties into like human trafficking, that kind of stuff. But he was allegedly running this honeypot blackmail operation. So he's like Epstein version 2. And Prince Harry was named apparently in a lawsuit that Sean Combs has recordings of celebrities, music label executives, politicians, athletes in compromising positions. This is just like Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
And had hidden cameras in every room.
Do you remember back when he became really popular? I was in middle school, so I'm aging myself a little bit. But he was collaborating with all of these different artists, and at one point it was asked, like, are you really anyone? And if you haven't collaborated with P. Diddy or Puffy or Puff Daddy or whatever, like back in the 90s, that was the thing, is like everybody was doing something with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's how they became famous, is they did something with him, and then how many people got caught up in that? Just
it's incredible. So I'm going to go through this thread. I'm not going to read word for word, but Pepe has a lot of juicy information here. So just less than a week ago, Trump was saying that he would consider deporting Prince Harry from America, which is just shows you that Trump knows something. It's like, what does Trump know, right? And remember when Melania visited Harry? Remember that when people were talking about
So
all of this?
uncomfortable.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
just see the discomfort in her.
Yep. It's like he flashed the devil horns. And look at, it was very intentional there.
Yeah, you could see him setting himself up for it.
So watch when he goes back to face the cameras. He was very intentional in making sure his hands were like this.
And then Pocket Friend said Trump called out the royal boy and wished him luck. Like when he was moving to the States. Do you remember when he decided that he and his wife were moving to the States? And Trump wished him luck. Good luck.
That's right. I do remember that. All right. So, and Dan Scavino posted a video where Trump said Prince Harry is going to need a lot of luck. I wish a lot of luck to Prince Harry. Oh, so this is probably related to what you're talking about. Let's actually play this one.
To Harry. I wish a lot of luck to Harry.
You see that little side grin he does? I wish a lot of luck.
A little smirk.
So that is correct. That is what that's related to. All right. So then Epstein was being propped up by the royal family. And so we see pictures here, and she was at the Queen's residence. But it's interesting that Prince Harry was named in this lawsuit.
That is really, really interesting.
Yeah, he talks about how Trump walked ahead of the Queen. Very awkward for many. But we do feel like that did indicate something deeper, because nobody walks in front of the Queen. I mean, nobody walks in front of the Queen. So that was really interesting. It's really cool how he ties all this into the royals. So Jimmy Savile, you got to go see Pepe's Substack on Jimmy Savile. I did the trailer video for that Substack video, or that Substack that he wrote. I really love I'm in the middle of doing another trailer video for Pepe right now, but you got to go watch or look at his Substack on that. But he is definitely the most wicked man. But he was very close to the royals, and they considered him a trusted advisor. And all right. And then there were leaked photos of Ghislaine and Kevin Spacey seated on the British throne. Major power center for these traffic. Look at that. So she sat on the Queen's throne. All right. And it just keeps getting better for the awakening. Now 50 Cent, who recently voiced support for Trump, is calling out Jay-Z. Actually, I kind of want to open this up and see what. That he was close with Marina
Abramovic.
Thank you. This has the potential to become even more explosive and damning in the near future when more information comes out. Woof.
Ooh, I want to.
Wow.
I want to pull out a little thing here too.
Okay.
So Rocker Lady decided to say this. There's a Rachel Chandler connection to P. Diddy.
Yes.
There was also something said today. Okay, so going back to the beginning of our show, we're going to tie this in. The Key Bridge. You said that Ray Chandler was key.
So, yes, that's what Peter posted. I actually took a screenshot of his post. Let me save it quick and pull it up.
I couldn't remember where I saw it. Thank you for remembering where that was.
Yeah, it was Peter. And Yeah, I do want to pull that up. So hold on one hot second here.
You got it.
So yeah, Peter posted this earlier.
Ooh, and it's a 5-year delta.
It is a 5-year delta. So she's a pal of P. Diddy. So Rachel Chandler is key. That's what Q says in this post. It's really interesting, especially with P. Diddy, because who is Rachel Chandler? For those who don't know, a handler with Epstein Island. And she helped Ghislaine bring in a lot of the kids. Let me look that one up and see what that Q post number is. So let's pull that up. He didn't post what the Rachel Chandler is key. Okay, here it is. It's Q post 3155. It's not actually an exact 5-year delta. It is from March 20th, but we've been talking about P. Diddy for a couple days. But yeah, and he says, keep digging. So I feel like this is kind of an interesting thing, but I do think the Star Spangled Banner author is even more crazy of a coincidence.
Right?
So, yeah, so Pepe did write a Substack on here where he puts a lot more information, including the stuff he put on there. But I recommend you guys go look at this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but he posts some of the videos we just looked at, and there's the devil sign. And yeah, Pepe's all over that. MJ Truth is all over the bridge stuff. I would be all over it, except I had to be gone all day working. But yeah, there's a lot going on.
There's so much.
Oh, yes.
And I was in a position today at work. I've been completely crazy busy at work. I barely get to sit down at my desk lately. So I'm on the road like all the time. And today I got a little bit of a breather, and I was able to take a couple breaks to actually look at what was going on Telegram. So that was really, really nice.
That's good. That's good.
I don't normally get that.
I do think I'm going to separate the Targeting the Innocent into its own show. So stay tuned for when I will do that. I think for this next one, since I ran out of time today, it was supposed to be a segment of this show, but that's a little kind of awkward. So I think I'll just go separate on that one. I will maybe do an early morning Saturday coffee with you guys. If you're going to be available, I hope you can join. I think last Saturday we went a little later, but I would like to do it like while I'm having my morning coffee.
I agree. And I'll be available after 8:00.
Yeah. And since I'm going to have it be a separate show, it'll probably just be me because I don't know what day I'm going to do it on. So if you guys tell me what days work really well for you, like whether it's an evening or a weekend, if you'd be interested, or if you have other people that might be interested in this kind of material, I definitely want to talk about social media and how kids are lured in. My daughter was actually lured in when she was younger. And I know someone in chat today mentioned their daughter was as well. So I really would like to cover that and the dangers of social media and what you can do as parents to protect your kids and watch what they're doing. Pay attention to what they're doing. So yeah, I'll be doing that for sure this Saturday. You love coffee. Everybody loves coffee. I enjoy coffee time. I do too. I love having morning coffee. So, but it's been a crazy, crazy day
It has.
with news, and we didn't even cover everything. So
No, we didn't.
just know that things are going to accelerate before November, and hang in there. Don't get discouraged. There's a lot of wins. There's especially the boomerang with Donald Trump, like doubling his net worth in one day. Oh, rocker lady, you have a hard time knowing what day it is? Well, all you have to do is go to my Telegram every morning and I tell you what day it is. Because I wish you a good, happy Saturday morning, a Friday morning. I usually mention the day, I think. So, rocker lady, get up in the morning, go to my Telegram. And yeah. Whew, there's a lot today. So, all right, guys, hang in there. We're gonna win in the end, and stay encouraged because there are a lot of positive things happening out there too. So, I love the laugh. Yes. All right, guys. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. I love being able to chat with you and see your chat easier now. I can see it so much easier now. I love it. All right, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Love you all. Good night.
Good night.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright